r/movies by Miss Reddit. Please don't rate a film you haven't yet seen on IMDb. I was checking out the reviews for the new Joker film, 2019, which is yet to be released. There were so many hyped to see it and I'm giving it 1 star to counteract until I see it reviews. IMDb has been historically fairly reliable to review ratings, 6.4 plus usually worth seeing, before watching something minus a couple genres. TV and horror films ratings are rarely reliable, but rating a movie you haven't seen really messes up the accuracy and reliability of the rating system. TLDR. Be ethical. Don't rate something you haven't experienced anywhere really. Edit. Thanks for the award, friend. I think it's my first one. Cheers. Edit 2. Some people asked why I was reading the reviews of an unreleased film. I only looked into the reviews because I saw it was sitting at the 9th of June 2010 with tens of thousands of reviews. My curiosity got piqued. Bad as the people who leave Amazon reviews for 5 stars that just say haven't used it yet but arrived quickly. So helpful. It's outrageous. Most reviews these days have nothing to do with the product. I tripped on my way to work. I'd give this coffee maker a 0 if I could. Recipe reviews are my personal favorite. This makes the best cornbread. My family absolutely loves it. I didn't have baking powder so I substituted frozen concentrated OJ. And I was low on cornmeal so I went with 50/50 mixture of cornmeal and finely chopped bay shrimp. 2 stars. Restaurant was closed when I got there. How could I have known? Treated me very unkindly when I tried to force my way into the bar. I was pretty sure they were open for another hour. 1/5 stars. Won't come back. This sushi restaurant refused to make mac and cheese and hot dogs for my 5 children. Unacceptable. The glass of water I received at this establishment was a full 3 degrees above room temperature when I specifically asked for room temperature water. Surprised the waitress didn't spit in my face as she handed it to me with how little respect this place has for its customers. 1 star. Maybe IMDb shouldn't let people rate movies before they're released? They don't typically. The problem is that this film has been shown in film festivals. So thousands of people have legitimately seen it already. As a workaround, they could accept ratings but not display them until the wide release date. Cuts out the incentive for hype troll voting quite a bit. Too bad people suck and they'll always do it. I know. I'm hoping to make the most insignificant of dents. It's not much, but it's honest work. When you go to rate a movie, it should pop up with a massive spoiler then ask you what the spoiler says before you can enter the review. Oh my. They could also get a ticket verification system like Rotten Tomatoes. It would significantly cut down on brigading and trolling. You should wait at least 6 months for IMDb rating to stabilize. The opening month get brigaded fans and trolls. Big blockbusters get 10k votes right away. Many of them 10 stars. You just buy votes today. 10-star votes are common on basically every movie on IMDb because people just vote 10 on every movie they liked. I rate this post 4/10. Might read it later. I just wish there was a good platform that could take your reviews and recommend films to your actual taste. All of them just recommend popular films. I'm enjoying Letterboxd at the moment. Stopped using IMDb after the influx of recent 8+ films. Letterboxd has a much cleaner interface too, without all the junky lists and articles around the edges. This applies to any medium, including video games. This is why I like Steam's rating system where if there is some unrelated problem going on, they make it publicly known that there is a downvote parade and remove all extra votes, including the positive ones. During that time period. Can this abused? Hell yeah. But is it still an extremely useful tool when used correctly? Also hell yeah. Also, Steam only allows users to review a game if they have the game. That system can't be applied to IMDb or any other similar website because it's not possible to prove that the user actually owns the movie or went to the cinema. Rotten Tomatoes actually has a verified score where only people who purchased a movie ticket can vote on. I used to keep 7 as my lower limit on IMDb. But after I discovered Metacritic, I feel it's more reliable in choosing what to watch. There are definitely decent movies in the mid 6x range. Usually below 6 is my cutoff. There are some quality classic comedies that hit in the 6s. But there are rarely decent dramas less than a 7. I think you are preaching to the choir, unfortunately OP. I think the issue is your standard moviegoer, hence why RT user rating are super unreliable. You mean to tell me every film is a 90? It's tough to police this as people could have seen it at movie festivals, so why wouldn't they review? I switched to Letterboxd as I found it was a little more reasonable than IMDb. This is probably because LB users are a subset of IMDb users who are more likely to identify as cinephiles. So you get an audience more open to art, foreign, anime, etc. Do people still not understand how RT works? A 90 doesn't mean 90/100, it just means 90% of the audience liked the movie. I honestly didn't till your comment. I don't ever check out RT, but I do see it mentioned in ads. Never really thought about it because I go watch a lot of movies anyways. It will all balance out in due time. I'm surprised they even allow ratings this early. There are some that have seen screeners or at a film fest etc, but there's an abundance of people who've yet to see it. IMDB has been historically fairly reliable to review ratings. It's not bad if you understand the quirks. That a new movie is usually overrated due to marketing hype and takes some time to normalize. Comedies action usually get rated a good star lower than dramas. If you see a comedy or action at 7, it's usually pretty excellent. And people who complain about the top 250 and comparing movies against each other clearly don't understand that. Different audiences value different things and rate differently. My score for Superbad is the same as Cinechdosh, but it means very different things in each context. There's a nice niche waiting for some developer to make an open rating system and pitch it to streaming services and theaters that worked by generating a link to rate the movie either just watched on Netflix or when you purchase your theater ticket. You, and this is all theory, would then at least have to have watched the movie or paid to watch it before you could rate it. But the astroturfers at the Hollywood studios have seen the film. Why doesn't IMDb just lock reviews ratings until release? This is a massive problem. User reviews in general are a massive problem. They are incredibly biased and people consistently rate films a 9-10 or a 1-2. Let's be honest. Most professionally made films are not 1-2s. Reviews in general are misrepresentative and modern films will never be treated fairly like older ones. People will rate classics well simply because they are classics, and many older films have been reviewed in hindsight by critics. Solo got absolutely hammered pre-release because of all the Disney bad. TLJ sucks. Boo at Kathy assholes. If you care for IMDb ratings, just chew on the fact that 2 Avengers movies are higher rated than Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, and Citizen Kane. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Reddit videos.